Hey there, it's Dr. E, and it is Mental Health Awareness Day. So how you doing with your mental health? Here's the thing about mental health. Sometimes we think about mental health of like when things go wrong, right? When we're stressed out, when we're depressed, anxious, overwhelmed, or when someone else is. But really, every day is mental health day because every single day we deal with what goes on up here. And sometimes what goes on up here is great. It's helpful, it's productive, it's positive. And sometimes it's not. And I was going to say that's okay, but it's not even that's okay. That's part of life. Look, I have a PhD in clinical psychology. I go around the world talking about this. Even I struggle with stuff sometimes. Right now, my family and I are going through a really tough time. And I got to tell you, sometimes just even like responding to an email is taxing, is overwhelming for me to have to do. Because that's what happens sometimes. Don't beat yourself up for what is going on up here. Realize that whatever goes on up here, you can change. Think about it. Can you speak Russian? Well, if you've never had a class in Russian language, if you've never been exposed to the Russian language, you probably can't speak it, right? But you could learn it. If you went over to Russia, you could probably learn it. If you took a course, you could learn it. That's learned. How to deal with stress, how to deal with feeling overwhelmed, how to deal even with depression is a skill that every single one of us would benefit from. But we aren't born necessarily knowing how to do that. So the key is to address your mental health on a regular basis. Address what's going on up here, that inner critic that says not so kind things to you sometimes, right? That sense of overwhelm, whether it's anxiety or depression or worry or whatever it is that you may experience from time to time or even on a regular basis. It is treatable. And we don't want to wait till we get overwhelmed with depression and can't get out of bed. We don't want to wait until we're so anxious that we can't leave the house. Skills to apply on an everyday basis. Deep breathing, exercise, gratitude. There are all kinds of them and I talk about them. So follow me on my social media so you can get those skills every single day. We want to apply these skills every single day. If you're dealing with a mental health issue, there's nothing wrong with you. You're human. Life is tough. Get the help that you need. Get the support that you need. Learn the skills and continue to practice them. If you're not in that place, but you still are, human, learn the skills, practice them. We all can optimize what goes on up here. And when we optimize what goes on up here, we optimize what goes on out there. So happy Mental Health Day. Embrace yourself. Embrace your mental health. Make sure it is a priority for you. Because whatever you want to be different in your life, it all starts